Hey guys, what's going on? Drewzy here, and today I'm coming at you with yet another Diablo 3 video. And in today's video, we are looking at the Demon Hunter to get ready for the build guide for Season 11. Season 11, of course, will start on July 20th, and for the Headrig Gift, which is a free 6-piece set for the first 5 chapters completed in seasonal mode, and the 6-piece set that you will get for the Demon Hunter is the Unhallowed Essence Set. The Unhallowed Essence Set primarily used as a multi-shot or a grenade build. Today we're focusing on the grenade build, which is one of my favorite builds in the entire game, one of the easiest in my opinion in the entire game. So we're going to break down all the items needed for the build, show you some gameplay footage. I will have footage and the build going simultaneously. First time I'm doing this on this channel, so please leave comments, leave likes, and let me know how it went. I'm also trying to improve the audio quality as well on the channel. Please let me know if the audio is improved. I know there's been some complaints in previous videos. Trying to do the best I can with this channel. I'm still new to this, trying my best, so all feedback I would greatly appreciate. So we're going to again go through the build, go through the items and everything, so you kind of get an idea of what you're going to need for this set. It's a very easy set, very fun set, and I highly suggest using it. So the first item we're going to focus on is the boots. So for the boots, you're going to need the Hellwalkers. Hellwalkers are part of the Unhallowed Essence set. You need 5 pieces of the Unhallowed Essence set with a Ring of Royal Grandeur. We'll talk more about the Ring of Royal Grandeur, of course, when we get to the jewelry part, but the Hellwalkers are a must-need. Hopefully you get a good roll. I got a pretty shitty roll, unfortunately. Boots really don't generally get a amazing roll, I've noticed with a lot of my builds, but the Hellwalkers definitely a go-to. For the pants, you're going to want to go with the Depth Diggers, and you need the Depth Diggers because of the primary skill for the primary skill, you generate resource, deals 96% additional damage. I believe it can go up to 100% on a perfect roll. I got 96, which is nice, so you get a nice big damage buff for your primary skill generator, which of course is grenades for this build. And then of course you can also get the grenade damage to be rolled on this, so I've only got to 11%, may re-roll it at some point to try to get to 15, but Depth Diggers are a definite must-have for this kit. Then for the belt, you have some leeway here. You can get the Hellcat Waistguard, or you can get the Hunter's Wrath. Those are your 2 belts to choose from. Hellcat Waistguard generally you get better rolls with than the Hunter's Wrath, so whichever one you do not have needs to be cubed as your armor slot in the cube, but the Hellcat is the one I went with, primarily for the passive. Grenades have a chance to bounce 5 times, dealing additional 50 damage on each bounce, and then gives you a nice buff when you die. Of course, hopefully you don't die. Plus, you can also roll it for grenade damage, which I was luckily able to get to 15%. But I will probably re-roll this. It's only a legendary. Try to get it to ancient at some point. For your primary, you need a Dawn. You can put it in the cube, but it's far, far better as your main-handed weapon, because you need that reduced cooldown to Vengeance, which can roll at a max of 65%. You also are going to need the hand crossbows. So you need 2 hand crossbows, primarily for the increased attack speed, which helps with damage output, and you need that maximum discipline, which I will explain a little bit more in the skills, but the max discipline is a mere necessity in this build to be able to pump out a ton of damage. Rolling percent damage is nice as well, also putting that socket in, usually with the Ramalani's Gift, to give you that extra crit damage, but you definitely need the Dawn for the reduced cooldown to Vengeance. That's the heart and soul of this build, and without Vengeance, with a strong cooldown to Vengeance, you're not going to be able to pump out as much damage, you're not going to be able to survive a lot. And one thing that will help you with survive is the second offhand, I suggest the Fortress Ballista, because of the passive gives attacks, grant, and absorb shield. I believe the max is a 2.5% to your max life and stacks to 10 times. You also, of course, need that max discipline as well, which I believe can go up to 12 if you don't get it as an ancient primal. And then, of course, you need the gem in there to get that extra crit hit damage. So, max discipline with that. So, the Dawn, Fortress Ballista, 2 highly suggested, offhand hand crossbows to go with. For the gloves, Fiendish Grips, part of the Unhallowed Essence set. Hopefully, you're going to get crit hit damage, crit hit chance. Gloves generally roll fairly good, but those are 2 things I would also obviously highly suggest. Mine is not ancient, so I'm going to obviously keep rolling for that. Remember, your gear oftentimes can determine your success and fail in higher greater rift clears. So then for the shoulders, again, the Unhallowed Essence Unsanctified Shoulders. I would highly suggest getting the area damage on hit. You do need that extra area damage because of your grenades, or just spamming so much area damage as you see in the gameplay footage. You just need that extra damage, and you can get that with shoulders. Also, reduced cooldown is very, very nice. You do need reduced cooldown. You need to be able to get Vengeance out as much as possible, as I mentioned earlier with the Dawn. So getting that reduced cooldown, getting that area hit damage helps a lot. For your chest, you're going to want the Cage of the Hellborn, again, part of the Unhallowed Essence set. And you would like to prefer to get the max discipline here as well, and of course the 3 sockets to put your gems in. The gems for the chest, obviously you want to go with diamonds for that extra resist all elements, which is the best defense for a very squishy Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is an extremely squishy character in this game, so it's just going to help you survive a lot better. For the helmet, you're going to go with the Accursed Vistage, again, part of the Unhallowed Essence set. Hopefully you get crit hit chance like I was able to roll for, but you definitely for sure need a socket. You need to be able to get that diamond in that socket for that increased cooldown of all skills at 12.5%, with a max diamond, of course. So that is a necessity, and you need that socket. Roll it till you get a socket, and then of course try to get that crit hit chance as well. We'll probably re-roll that helmet. Is not perfect by any means, but the crit chance and the socket very highly encouraged, but the socket again is a must. For the jewelry, we're going to start with the neck, the Traveler's Pledge. You want the Traveler's Pledge, hopefully you get the crit hit chance and crit hit damage, but the main reason is for the Endless Walk set. Paired with the Compass Rose, gives you a nice reduction of damage while you're moving, and a huge buff while you're standing still. Gives it 100% while you're just not moving, and you're going to be evading a lot, as you see in the footage. Lots of vaulting, lots of moving around, getting in and out of damage, but then when you do pump out that damage, you smack them around with the grenades at close range with Vengeance active. So the Endless Walk set just so perfect for this build. So Traveler's Pledge, hopefully you get a good roll, and you just need it. Wraps of Clarity is the risk you can go a couple different ways here, but the Wraps of Clarity help give you a nice big buff to keeping you alive, with the Hatred Generators reduced damage taken by 33%. I don't know what the max is here. I want to say it's 35% for the 5 seconds. This just helps you give a nice little buff to survivability, because again, you're doing a Hatred Generator ability with grenades, so it's just very nice. You can also get fire skill damage. I would highly suggest getting that. Crit chance, crit damage if you can, will help you here. For the first rain, you definitely need a Compass Rose again, so you can complete the Endless Walk set, and hopefully you get a good roll with it. My Compass Rose is trash, unfortunately. I mean, I do have crit chance, do not have crit damage with it, unfortunately. I do get the socket, so the socket is a must, of course, so I had to re-roll for the socket. And here with the other jewelry piece, you have 3 options. The Convention of Elements, you might be able to go with the Crispins. I'm not sure how good the Crispins is, which was just added with this Necromancer pack. And then the other option would be the Ring of Royal Grandeur. You do need a Ring of Royal Grandeur. Generally put a ring in your cube. If not, you can put the Convention in your cube. Convention is very, very strong, but I wonder how the Crispins does. I really do. I'm not sure how it would do in the grenades build. If you've used the Crispins, leave a comment. Let me know how the Crispins worked out for you. But Convention of Elements, you can generally get a pretty decent roll. I did get damage and chance with the socket, so it was able to work out pretty well for me. So those are your 3 options in that things. For your gems, of course, remember all diamonds in your things, and then your legendary gems you're going to use. Bane of the Stricken is one, or you can go with Golgoth of Strength. Bane of the Stricken gives you a nice buff to Rift Guardians and helps you do a little bit increased damage the more times you attack. But Bane of the Stricken, again, can be optional there. You do want Bane of the Trap. Bane of the Trap, arguably the greatest legendary gem in this game. It's just very, very nice. You have a lot of skills as I go through the skills here. In a few minutes, that will help you with that. Simplicity Strength is a must for this build, because again, you're doing a primary attack with grenades. You need that nice bump to primary skill, and it also heals you up to 4% for max health if you get it once you get it past 25. So, Simplicity Strength is the must for sure in this build to be successful. So as we move on to the skills here, for the first skill, of course, Grenade. Grenade is the heart and soul of this build. That's where you're doing the most damage. Cluster Grenade is the rune you want to go with. Throwing cluster grenades with larger explosions. You're shooting a crap load of grenades out here with this build, and you need to be able to fire as many as you can. For a little bit extra survivability, Fan of Knives, Fan of the Daggers will provide a nice stun, which will help you with Bane of the Stricken. As you see, I kind of screw around trying to get back to the to the Fan of Knives. So the other rune you can go with if you don't have Fan of Daggers, the other one you can do with that gives you a little bit extra survivability will be Bladed Armor. Gives you a little additional armor after using Fan of Knives. So Bladed Armor can be one, or you can go with the rune that I go with, Fan of Daggers, for that nice stun, which helps you with Bane of the Trapped, able to pump out more damage. If you need that extra survivability, go with the armor. You should probably switch that, as you see in the footage. I die a lot. Preparation, you need Focus Mind. You gain discipline over time instead of getting it immediately, which helps you pump out that additional damage, which I will show you in one of the passives why you need preparation. Vault just helps you get in and out of trouble. If you have a lot of enemies around you, you need to get out. Rattle and Roll is a really nice one. It has a nice stun. Knockback, again, helps you with Bane of the Trapped, helps you do that additional damage. So that would be the Vault rune that I would highly suggest you use, but you can, there are a couple other ones there that are optional. Marked of Death. Contagion is the best one for clearing a rift very quickly. If you're trying to speed rift, Contagion's the way to go, because after you mark someone and kill them, it just spreads a contagion of Marked for Death all over the battlefield about enemies around them. But if you're going for a high-grade rift clear, you're having trouble, and you really need to keep pushing for it, there is another rune you can go with, which will be the last one, which will help you heal the person that you do hit with the contagion. But this is the one, if you're going for higher grade or rift clear, that's the way to go. 4, Vengeance, again, is a must in this kit. This is the heart and soul of this build. Dark Heart is the best Vengeance to go with. It reduces your damage taken, so it's gonna shoot up your survivability immensely throughout the course of this build. But Vengeance, this is heart and soul. Every time Vengeance is ready to go, cast it every time. You will notice your damage go up significantly. You will notice your survivability go up significantly. If you don't cast Vengeance every time it's active, you will die a lot with this build. You will have a lot of frustration. So when Vengeance is ready, cast that son of a bitch and just murder everybody that you can. For the passives, Numbing Traps is a nice one. Enemies slow chilled with Fan of Knives and grenades you'll have their damage reduced by 25%. So it reduces their damage, which helps you, be able to do better yourself. Grenadier, of course, is a must passive. Increases the damage of grenades, increases the explosion size. Pretty self-explanatory. You definitely need Grenadier if you're rolling the grenade build. Another passive, Coal of the Weak. Increased damage against slowed or chilled enemies. This is why the slow with Fan of Knights helps. Also, you get a nice slow with Vault as well. So Coal of the Weak is a nice passive, but there are some other options here if you don't want that one. Awareness is a must in my opinion for all demon hunters. Gives you a huge survivability buff. If you take fatal damage, you vanish for 2 seconds and you get half your health back. I would suggest having awareness on, again, every demon hunter build you have possible. It's going to help you a lot. For the cubed items, Barizda du Caron, I probably mispronounced the shit out of that, but your projectiles will pierce 2 additional times. Really helps the Dawn pump out that additional damage. The grenades do a lot more damage. Hunter's Wrath, again, if you don't have it equipped, it's either Hellcat Wasteguards or Hunter's Wrath in the cube, because it boosts your primary skill attack speed and damage. And then the Arena of Royal Grandeur, again, is a must-have because you only have 5 pieces on you, so you need Arena of Royal Grandeur in order to be able to do all that extra stuff. So, as you see here, that's all the cubed items, that's all the passive skills, and that's all the gear. Of course, remember, your items oftentimes make or break the build here, so if you have the better items, the stronger the rolls, the better the rolls, the more effective you're going to be, the more damage you're going to do, and the higher greater rifts you're going to clear. I believe this will clear in the 90s, so it's by no means the best build out there. But really enjoyed making this video for you guys. Please leave a comment, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Really trying to bring out as many Diablo videos as I can for you guys. It's been pretty popular on the channel. So again, thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue to put out more and more build guides, especially as Season 11 goes along. I'm really excited and looking forward to Season 11 upcoming here in a couple of days now as I'm posting this video. So thanks again, guys. And as always, my name's Drewzy. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.